Last week I was in Paris for my regular job and I took the opportunity to have a small meet-up with a few local car guys. We took a quick trip over to see the Alpine showroom. For those of you not familiar with this brand, it is a French sports car subsidiary of Renault which traces its history back to the 1950s. There were some notable cars in the 1990s as well. Pretty cool actually. I was also lucky enough to get to drive a 964 while I was there. Julian owns this car and was generous enough to let me loose in it, driving the Paris roads. Now, I was not at all prepared for making this video. No sound gear, no extra cameras. It was all just filmed on the one GoPro I happened to have with me. So please excuse the production quality.
Okay, my name is Julian. I'm from Paris, I'm from France, and I am scared to death because Nick Murray just stole my car. And
driving Julian's 964, it's pretty awesome.
Thank you, Nick.
The best part is the smell.
Yes, I love the smell. Wait, there's a red light.
Oh,
yeah.
Just rolling through red lights. Don't worry, don't panic.
Yep, stealing a car.
But can I go into that lane?
It's green now. You can go.
Oh, I can go in this lane?
Yeah, this lane is shared actually between us and.
Oh, I see. It's a.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, I should back up a little bit.
It's going very badly so far. I'd be nervous.
No problem.
I think as well, wouldn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Well, this car is from 1992, so that's the end of the 964 era.
Yep.
That's why you get the mirrors from the 993. And,
and some of the switchgear from the 993, isn't it?
Exactly. Yes. And more importantly, you get the head gaskets on the head cylinders. That's very important because from the 1989 to 1990 they didn't have one, and the engines will leak like crazy.
When did they introduce the digital?
Same. That's from the 993. That's from the end of the 964 era. So we're not within Paris because that would be illegal.
Oh, it's not.
No, we're not allowed to drive.
What is the restriction?
It's because of like
pollution.
So
who's allowed to drive in the center of Paris?
You need to have a little sticker here that says 1 or 2. That means that your car does not pollute so much.
Okay.
And but we're out of Paris right now.
Oh, so it's only non-polluting cars in there.
They're polluting, but not too much.
Okay.
Basically, like tiny engines and stuff. Brand new cars.
Are you saying this is not a brand new car? Are you saying this is not an eco-friendly car?
Well, no. Apparently it's not. But I was a bit surprised when I first drove it because I had never driven a 964 before.
Yeah.
I've driven an SC 993.
Yeah.
And yeah,
well, quite similar. Quite similar.
They're quite similar indeed, yes. But the thing is with the engine, so you get the 6 cylinders and you have 3 cylinders on one side and 3 cylinders on the other side, and they come into one tube.
Oh, okay. And
that's why it does not scream as much as 993 that has 2 exits. So how does it feel to drive in Paris?
I think you're more nervous than I am, but I don't know what I'm doing.
No, I'm
it's
not
fine.
nervous.
Yep. I actually like French drivers, very considerate, I find.
Yeah, we try to be.
Oh, it's a lovely car to drive though, isn't it?
Thank you, Nick. Yeah, it's a pretty cool car. I decided to go back to a more mechanical, like we said, like a more mechanical feel. It feels like you're driving, actually.
Yeah.
Just like I drive a...
You have to have a little bit of skill to drive this car. That's what's fun about it.
Yes, and it's rewarding. By the time you start to master it, it's very rewarding as a car.
So, down here, the controls down here, this is for the 4-wheel drive system?
Yes, you can activate the 4-wheel drive system.
Yep.
I'm not going to do it now, but it's basically you can go up to, I think, 5 miles an hour.
Oh, yep.
But it's just in case you get stuck in snow.
So in 2-wheel drive, it's just a rear-wheel drive car?
This is a 4-wheel drive. This is a Carrera 4.
Carrera 4, but what does this do?
This does a 50-50 for real, but as a 4-wheel drive, right now it's a 70-30.
Oh, okay.
This goes full 4-wheel drive.
Right. And that's pretty advanced for the time, isn't it?
Yes. And it was pretty complicated as a system.
Yep.
It was taken from the 959.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. They developed it for this, and then they put it in this car. That's right.
Exactly. And then by the time they went to the 993, they made it more simple.
Right.
So the Carrera 4 993 is a little more simple. So if you get into a tunnel, you have to turn the lights on, and it's still not the left. Yeah. You have a little knob that you turn right. See, even that is mechanical.
Yeah, yeah, it's a very mechanical car. It's why they're so enjoyable to drive, isn't it? It's so manual, so analog.
Very analog, yes. And it has powers too. You can feel it. 3.6 liter. It's not much. It's like 250 horsepower, but it's way than enough.
Yeah. It's amazing how much horsepower's leapt up over the last few years, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy. But you can't really use it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You drive a GT3, for example. You're in second. You're doing 100 miles an hour for it.
Well, that's right. Well, and I've always said, as much as I love the Turbo S, I find them to be the most boring to drive 911 because they're just so much power. You just put your foot down for a second or two. You're doing 200 kilometers an hour. Yeah. There's no working it. There's
there's nothing.
No effort.
And that's what I love about atmospheric engines, that you have to revving them. And the previous one, the 981 Cayman that I had, was not very powerful, 2.7 liter, but still a 6-cylinder, and you had to rev it up all the time, and it was great.
Here's the switch for the sunroof here, up under here.
It's crazy. But you didn't know where to put it. You can see it's an afterthought.
Yes, everything's an afterthought. Yes. Yeah, you have to change this radio. This is no good.
Yes, well, yeah, definitely.
But yeah, the rest of the dial's very cool. It's very cool. And you changed out this wheel, or you came with this when you?
No, I bought it myself. It's Prototipo. It's a classic. It's from the people that usually. It's from the 356.
Yep.
This one is blacked out, and there's a little Porsche horn that goes.
Oh yeah.
That goes.
That's very cool. And down here's the 4-wheel drive and the spoiler.
Yes.
Super cool. Highlight of my trip. Here you go, sir.
Thank you.
Once again, thank you, Julian, for letting me drive your fantastic 964. Yeah, every time I drive a classic Porsche, I get the itch to buy one. Maybe I will. And if you're wondering where to acquire the ridiculous t-shirts that I wear in my videos, they're all here in my store, all your favorites, including offensive stamps and my rapid dry towels as well. Yes, Nick Murray t-shirts, being a little inappropriate since 2016.